Welcome to the Pure Garbage Podcast, NFL Week 4 with Lex Cunningham, Jimmy O'Reilly, the Boston Chowder, and Barry Portley.
All right, folks, Lex Cunningham here with the Pure Garbage Podcast. And, of course, I have the Boston Chowder, Jimmy O'Reilly.
Lexi!
Yeah,
How
brother.
goes it?
And also my main man, Barry Portley.
Hey.
Yeah, baby. How about my Bills?
Here we go.
We've been on fire with our picks with the two exceptions. Let's move on now. For those that have been listening, get your friends, get your tickets, because here it comes again. With Minnesota going into the Los Angeles Rams. Start with you, Portley.
I would say this is the NFL game of the week until the Bills came into Minnesota, pulled the Vikings' pants down, and gave a little slappy slap. I'll go this game here, Rams. Rams all day.
Rams, no doubt there. Rams, top echelons of the NFL right now. Yeah, Rams all the way.
I want to say Minnesota bounces back on the 3-0 Rams, and they shock the world. Now, moving on. Houston at Indy. Houston hasn't won a game yet, boys.
Houston's 0-3. I can't believe it. I don't know about you guys. And I'll take the Colts.
Take the Colts, who are sitting at 1-2.
I'll take the Colts.
I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up hope with Houston. I think Watson here, he has to be on a sophomore jinx, but you've got Nook. You've got a good defense over there. They just need to get their you-know-what together. I think Indy is a prime target. Houston gets their first win this week.
Okay. Now we move over to the Detroit, the hot, the delicious, the steaming, righteous Detroit Lions, who slapped the Patriots. And now now they're moving into Dallas. Your favorite team, Portley.
Yeah. Favorite team of all time. Oh, it's in Dallas, eh?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Detroit, their first 100-yard rusher since, Reggie Bush?
Yeah.
That's been a few years, eh? There's a way back playback. I'm going to say Detroit, the wheels are turning. They want a piece of that NFC North pie, and they're going to walk into Dallas, and they're going to take the victory.
Considering that Dallas just lost a big piece on their defense, they don't know what the hell they're doing in their offense. Detroit looked good. I can't say anything, but they played, in my opinion, a very, very disgruntled, confused team last night. But I'll still say Detroit.
Philadelphia versus Tennessee. Philly sitting at 2-1 when we all thought they'd be 3-0, and Tennessee are actually 2-1 when we thought they'd be 0-3. Thoughts?
Philly all the way there. Carson Wentz is just getting started, buddy. Philly, no doubt.
I got nothing. I don't know what to think of Tennessee. I don't really know what to think of Philly. They squeaked it out versus Indy. Tennessee, last week I go out there and I say Jacksonville's the best team in the NFL. And then they lose a stinker hockey game 9-6. I don't understand.
I don't know how you tie hockey into this, but that's so you. That's so you gambling degenerate. Anyway, Cincy versus Atlanta. Cincy walking into Atlanta at 2-1. Atlanta 1-2. That's pretty good considering a lot of people wrote that team off as well. No?
Yeah, this is going to be a good matchup. I think both teams are a little salty after taking a couple L's there this week. I'm still going to go. I'm going to go with my heart. One of my third favorite teams. I'm going to say the Bengals take it over the Falcons.
And then we have the mighty Tampa Bay Buccaneers going up against that tough Chicago defense. We'll start with you, Portley, since you're a Tampa Bay fan.
Making me smile already.
Playoff on the mind in week 3.
Or will it be Jameis Winston? Can they contain Khalil Mack and that defense? I'm going to go Tampa on this one, regardless if it's 50 or if it's Jameis. I'm going Tampa.
In week 4 here, you're saying Tampa. Okay.
They're good. They look good.
The Bears? Yes, absolutely.
No, let me get to that. The Buccaneers look real good, but I will go with the Bears with a stunning upset. That defense just eating them alive.
Yeah, I think it takes the high-flying Tampa Bay Buccaneers a little bit of time to get over the beatdown they're going to get at Soldier Field. But that's, hey, one man's opinion. All right, New York Jets, Jacksonville. Both teams kind of hot. Jacksonville definitely strong.
Come on. Are you seriously going to ask me this? Jaguars take that one easily. Sam Darnold gets taught another lesson by another good defense. Should be interesting. How many interceptions does he throw in this game?
Oh, come on now. Be nice. I think he's on fire. I think this is the game in which he shows the league he's worth every dollar. All right.
I'll take Baker Mayfield any day, buddy.
I think the Jaguars, they come back. Chowder says they take it rather handily, which in the Jacksonville Jaguars case means they win the game by a whopping score of 7-2.
All right.
Another hockey game.
Yeah. And then we boogie over to just down the interstate from Jacksonville. And no, we don't go to Miami. Actually, we're driving to New England, where the Dolphins are going to come in. Meet your New England Patriots. Well,
I told you boys earlier,
yeah.
If they lose that game, I'll start worrying. But since they haven't lost that game, I'm not worried. Don't forget, New England's first 3 games are always the extension of the preseason. We'll see the real Patriots, baby. The real Patriots are coming now.
With New England sitting at 1-2 and the Dolphins on fire with no loss yet, if they go into New England,
the Dolphins are going to get their first loss in New England. Please.
When they go into New England, they pull that upset off. Barry, would you then anoint a
LEX,
new
you want
leader?
to put some money on it?
Okay, Chowder. Barry,
Let's do it.
Barry, would you anoint the Dolphins as a new legitimate leader in the AFC if they pull off a upset victory in Miami?
Absolutely not, Lex. Absolutely not. Do you remember a couple of years ago with a little quarterback named Ryan Fitzpatrick that quarterbacked the Buffalo Bills to a 5-0 record?
Yes, I remember that clearly.
Did they make the playoffs? Did they make the playoffs that year?
Why?
Or did they prove the bet?
Why? Now I need an aspirin. Why? Ibuprofen, someone, please. Okay.
I would not anoint the Dolphins, even if they go 4-0, which I believe they won't. I think Josh Gordon, Julian Edelman's on his way back. I know he's not playing this game, but Patriots will take that game. I don't know if they're going to right the ship. Who knows? But still think they take this game.
My money's on Miami with the upset.
Place a bet, boys. Place a bet.
Let's do it. I'm in.
All right, Buffalo strolls into Green Bay and lays down the beatdown. Portley?
Well, if they do, all of a sudden 2-2, you're looking at Josh Allen, Rookie of the Year. Well, no, Mahomes is taking that, but you're looking at Josh Allen, and 2-2. All of a sudden, you're sitting pretty, looking a game and a half out of taking your division right now. All of a sudden, things are evened out.
Yeah, Chowder.
I'm watching this game just to see a clinic by Aaron Rodgers. Okay, that's why I'm watching this game, buddy. You're going to Lambeau.
Yeah, so?
You're going to get raped.
It's the Bills, buddy. I'm telling you now.
Yeah, it's the Bills. Exactly. It's another 40-point whopper.
No.
For the Packers. I take the Packers, buddy.
This is a team that's going to shine like a Vegas night, and it's going to happen in Green Bay again. All right. Seattle walks into Arizona. The Seattle go 2-2.
Are we talking about these two teams? Really?
Well, Arizona doesn't have a win yet. They're sitting at 0-3. They're at home.
This is a game that you could put on, very similar to a nice round of around about the second round of golf. And you could just put this game on, and you could put your earphones in and lay on a nice comfy pillow, and you could wake up from a refreshing nap, and the game will be over. And you're none the wiser and none the happier for it.
So you're both calling Seattle. Okay, I get it.
Ring.
I'm calling Arizona with the first one of the season. It's going to be at home, and they're due, and I think this team comes and they roar all over Seattle. Cleveland going into Oakland. Oakland sitting at 0-3 at home versus the upstart Browns. And I think in this case, the Browns lay the slap on the Raiders. Your thoughts?
No question. No question there. Browns, baby. Browns take it 0-4 for the Raiders.
Can I just say, play back the tape? I know me and Chowder got a lot of picks wrong last week, but if there's one that we didn't get wrong was, and you can play the clip back if you'd like, was I said Baker Mayfield will win the game for the Cleveland Browns. And Chowder called the quarter. How unbelievable is that?
That is correct.
That was beautiful.
That's why the odds makers like you. People bet on your words. That's why we have you on the program. So you're both taking the Raiders to continue to shit the bed, correct?
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
All right, San Francisco goes in and sees the Chargers. San Francisco losing Jimmy G to a season-ending injury And then, of course, the Chargers. Well, the Chargers are the Chargers with one of the greatest quarterbacks that needs a break, I think, in the league right now. And both teams are sitting at 1-2. Your thoughts on this game?
I think, for starters, usually these games that come into play like this, you're usually looking at a key Chargers injury, the way they've had a string of bad luck over the years.
Wow.
Now it's actually Jimmy G, torn ACL out for the season. Chargers winning a romp. San Fran, they're a wash this year.
Jimmy G. Poor old Jimmy G.
Jimmy G.
We had high hopes for those guys, for that guy, but nothing happened. Yeah, I think the Chargers and Phillip Rivers, interesting fact, he has 8 kids. Wow.
Yeah, busy guy. New Orleans, New York Giants. The Saints go marching into Manhattan, and they face the 1-2 New York Giants. New Orleans sitting at 2-1.
Giants win this game. I think they get one at home. I think they're rolling now. I still think Eli Manning sucks. But Saquon Barkley, he's real deal. And the Saints defense, I know they pulled out that squeaker, but the Saints defense looks like just complete trash. I think the Giants take this one. I think Barkley runs for 150-plus yards in this game.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. That's huge.
Hate to disagree with you there, Ports, but I think Drew Brees comes into New York and lights it up.
I'm going to say that as well.
Saints take it.
I'm going to say the Saints as well. Drew Brees bombs away. Baltimore, roll into Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, a lot of stuff going on there, from the Roethlisberger and the Donald Trump fiasco, trouble in the clubhouse. Now their star player wants to have his trainer involved with the team. They won't let him ever since training camp. We're just starting to be aware of there.
Ravens. Tight game, your typical Steeler-Raven game. Low-scoring affair, heavy hitting. I say Ravens take it.
This is the Monday Nighter, is it not?
Yes. No, it's a Sunday Nighter.
The Sunday Nighter, yeah.
Not that it matters because he's not playing for him, but the question will be, is Bell going to be in a different uniform by the time this game is played? That's the question that I have.
All right, moving on. KC goes into Denver. Portland.
Kansas City keeps rolling. This team might be unstoppable.
Yeah, an undefeated season.
I don't think undefeated.
They're the Chiefs. They're the Chiefs. Everybody in the league figures Andy Reid out eventually. Right. It's only a matter of time before they take a few losses, but at the same time, Patrick Mahomes,
he's the man.
Rookie of the year now. This guy's making things happen left, right, and center.
He's the hot dog this year.
Tyreek Hill is the fastest person in the league.
He's the hot dog this year, like Carson once was the year before. Remember Carson?
Hopefully he doesn't get injured, though.
That's right.
Yeah, let's keep the ACLs out of this one.
Chowder?
Oh, yeah, Chiefs. Another high-scoring affair by the Chiefs. Mahomes just lighting it up. And
right.
Denver, it's Denver.
It's a rivalry.
Yeah, Chiefs take it.
Mile high, all that stuff. That's it for week 4 in the NFL. Now let's go to the highs of week 3. Well, let's go with you, Portley. I know you got something that's fantastic you want to tell us about week 3.
Week 3, yet again, just when everybody thinks maybe he'll cool down, I'm going with Mahomes. Mahomes, another 3 touchdowns. Incredible. That's my high of the week.
The Cleveland Browns, baby. The Cleveland Browns. That's my high of the week. What a great game.
You two are in so much denial.
Baby.
The high of the week obviously should be this. It should be the mighty Buffalo Bills coming back and smashing all their critics. After being lambasted for first 2 weeks of the NFL as being crappy, they come into week 3 into Minnesota, 16.5 points down by all the odds makers, being lambasted on national TV and local television programs as a team that cannot win this game, come in and offer the Vikings for 3.5 quarters. That is the story of the week.
A lot of survivor pools are done by week 3.
Thank you.
Unbelievable.
That was luck at its finest. The Bills are still garbage.
All right, folks, you're listening to the Pure Garbage Podcast with Chowder and Portley. On behalf of them and our friends and family, go Bills.
Thanks for listening to the Pure Garbage Podcast. To find us, subscribe at iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, or Stitcher. Join us here next week for NFL Week 5.